Hello friends, I am Shushant Raghavan. Welcome to Technical and Quality Session. For understanding the technical requirements and quality standards in clothing industry, making a sustainable garment, I have good practical experience in the apparel manufacturing sector. My skills are CAD pattern making, sample development, technical requirements, and measuring quality performance. Today's session is about pattern for fusibles in garment manufacturing industry. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Now let's begin the presentation. Pattern for fusibles. The trade terms used to describe the two main categories of outerwear body garments are constructed and unconstructed. Constructed garments are those which have a large number of fused areas plus a body and sleeve lining, while unconstructed garments have a very small application of fusibles and are generally unlined. The principles of preparing fusible component patterns for constructed or unconstructed garments are exactly the same because the final results basically required from the large or small scale use of fusibles are identical. Grain lines. Unless there are compelling reason to do otherwise, the grain lines of knitted or woven fusible should be the same as the cloth component for which the fusible is intended, shown in figure 1.1. For non-woven fusibles, the grain lines very much depend on the fiber orientation of the material being used and the function of the piece to be cut. If the non-woven fusible has a definite fiber lay, the reluctant grain line can be utilized to advantage when necessary. When the fusible is omnidirectional and has to be used, there needs must, etc. Seams. With the exception of armholes, shoulder seams, collar and front edges, together with edges of flaps, etc., the fusible should be cut back from all seams which have to be pressed open, shown in figure 1.2. The amount of the cutback is the width of the seam allowance plus 1 or 2 mm. This reduces the final thickness of the seam and slightly lessens the degree of accuracy required by the operator when positioning the fusible on the cloth. Folded edges. When folds have to be made on fused cloth components, it is advantageous to extend the fusible for about 1.5 cm past the fold line in figure 1.3. When folded, this extension prevents stretching and helps to maintain a straight fold line. Line breaking. On fronts that are not fully fused, the impression of the edge of the fusible can often be seen on the right side of the front. In most cases, this can be eliminated by cutting the offending edge in a wave pattern instead of an unbroken line in figure 1.4. This procedure can also be used on other components if the same problem occurs. Reinforcements. These are used for a variety of applications and their main purpose is to prevent the stretching of body and sleeve hem, insert pockets, trouser flies, side pockets, etc. as in figure 1.5. Non-woven fusibles are generally used for this purpose, although it is also possible to utilize the waste areas of markers for woven and knitted fusibles if the grain lines can be observed. Another point to consider is whether to cut reinforcement components in one size only because this is a simple and labor saving method of working. Conclusion. In comparison with most other textile materials, fusibles are precision products and the optimum results will only be achieved when they are precisely selected, cut and applied. Thank you for watching. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Please comment your valuable thoughts and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified when I post a new presentation. Bye, have a good day.